Yo folks, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll be covering N Innocence, a action RPG 2D fighting style. We're gonna be doing our first impressions, reroll guides, and tier list, and show you what this game is all about. We're selecting little battles, and we're selecting our assist character right here, and then let's jump right in. All right, so you can see it's like a 2D, 3D sort of looking thing. There's like the little faces of the characters at the bottom left. And let's go over the controls a little bit, all right? So you can actually play this game with one hand if you're definitely skilled, but I'm just dragging the cursor, left and right. There's no like 3 buttons on the right-hand side like most action RPGs sort of have where it's like, oh, use these skills, right? And there is like sort of like this auto feature, but all it does is if you tap like the little buttons on the faces, then it'll do an auto combo, right? And I can do the thing where I switch characters. Some of you might be wondering, Bork, how'd you switch? I switch by tapping their faces. I have a couple of keybinds and I am playing on BlueStacks for these keybinds. No, this video isn't sponsored, but it's a really cool way to play the game. So right there, that's how you switch characters. In case I cannot hit this guy, because obviously my auto combo cannot go like that, right? It's just hitting the ground. I jump up and then I smash like the buttons, right? Or tap the screens and it'll auto path me there because that's the autos. And then I'll switch my characters, finesse on them a little bit. And yeah, the game's pretty seamless on the sense of switching characters and making you feel like you're a badass for being able to actually play a game of this caliber. But in all honesty, it gets old a little bit quick in case you're like, oh man, I want some more pizzazz, or I want a little bit of different. There's other characters that are a lot better where you can do like ultimates and stuff really quick. Just if you like tap their screens and like do little holds ups. We'll do like another fighting sequence so you guys can get a little bit more familiar with this. But I would say that there's certain characters that are better than others, and here's going to be a look at boss fights. There's one character to definitely reroll for because he has lifesteal, which I think is crazy essential for something like this. So you can see I have like my little meters for the HPs, do the dodgies right there, and then I have like a little meter building up so I can cast my skills as appropriate, right? Ooh, I really like this fight because it's one of the longer fights. Usually my complaint with this game is the fights are a little too short. And do the dodges. I didn't dodge that, I think. And let's do a little wombo combo action right here. So, oh no, the burst here is so quick. All right, oh my gosh, the damages. But we have a lot of health because we did a little bit of the upgrades. Upgrades is a little weird on this one as well. There's a lot of weird things. In case you guys have looked at the reviews, there's a reason for it, and we'll talk about it. But as far as the gameplay goes, it feels really good on the keyboard and mouse, which is weird to say because obviously this is a mobile game and not like a PC game. If this came out on PC, I bet people would actually like love this to bits, but it's not there. So here we are. Let's go ahead and do our ultimate moves right here. I don't know her exact name, but the characters are based off of Western and Eastern mythology, in case you're sort of curious. So there's a character known as Thor, Apollo, Fafnir, and all sorts of like dark gods and the gods from all the different universes. 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Just note there is like a timer on this, so each stage you have a limit on how long you can play it. All right, so we've completed that section. Let's go ahead and cover like a few things just so we can get a little bit more familiar with this game. If you actually go into Force, this is going to be the upgrade section, and you jump right here into like the little party members and you click their faces. You don't automatically level up by beating a stage. You actually have to farm for EXP currency within the games. You unlock that around 1-6 or once you beat like the game modes and stuff. Here's going to be how you upgrade like I guess the card system. Let's go into quest right here, and then this is going to be resource grinds, right? That's what everyone's sort of used to, and that's how you get like more EXP and stuff in order to level up your characters, this, that, and the third. And there's bonuses based off of elements that you use to upgrade character. Let's go ahead and collect our rewards right here so we can do some more summons. You do the accept alls, you get a free SSR right here. It's a 2-star. It's not like the most rarest, but it is a pretty decent character. And let's go ahead and jump into the summons really quick. Now, this game, I would say it's one of the most easiest games to reroll. You could probably reroll this game just for funsies. And there's a couple of different banners to roll on. This is going to be the initial banner. This is going to be, I guess, the card. Here's going to be more of a premium banner, like, premium currency. And then here's going to be using the SSR ticket. But it is going to be giving us more of like that card-esque system, right? Let's just go ahead and show off like the normal banners right here. This is the only one we can summon on. I believe we have roughly, because we've done so many stages, like 4 rolls that we can do. And let's go ahead and do the summonies. Look at this. Doesn't it remind you of something like FGO, right? The way it feels. does like the little sparks right here. This part was just like, yeah, definitely FGO in this sense. It even does like the card reveal and everything. So here's one of the waifus that we get. She's going to be, I think, a rare or neutral unit. And it's just going through the different characters. Ooh, this one turned into, oh, I thought it was like a more rainbow sort of thing. But I guess they just flashed a little bit different when they're golden. And there we go. We got this character. So those are actual units. And the art style even reminds me of FGO. But the gameplay is nothing like FGO in its own right. So yeah, we can go through like the summons. But personally speaking, it doesn't give me like a sense of awe or anything like, oh, this is amazing. It seems all right. Putting the bare minimum things, do the little waifus right here. She looks absolutely stunning, I have to say. Let's do those skippies right there. And I believe this is a husbando. It might be a waifu. I don't know. JP Games, Eastern Games. You guys do things. I don't know. All right, let's do another summons right here. And yes, 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 please, please, please. I guess this part of the reroll might take the longest just going through the summons, but this is also an enjoyable part of the game. And we'll talk about the best characters to get and the one with like the lifesteals that I was saying. And then it'll show us the characters. We got this guy. He looks like a green ranger that's like buffed out or pretty much on roids. Am I allowed to say that? Yeah, let's go ahead and do our third roll. I believe in total you get 44 summons because you get an initial summon after you beat like the beginner portions of the stuffs. And that will give you a character, so it's a little bit hard to roll on that one. Damn, I did not get a single actual SSR, like a 3-star unit, which is kind of crazy looking at it all because the rates in this game are pretty decent. Do I have one more roll? Yeah, I have one more roll since it's 1500. And it takes technically 200 summons or, 20 10x10s in order to do a full pity for a character and whatnot. It's 5%, so how many units we got? We got 1 and 2. So, technically 3. And that's going to be our gold right there. And just so you guys can see the rates, it's somewhat fair in my opinion. Jump right here, I think. And this is going to be Thor, a female version of him or her. I don't even know how to say that. There we go. Here's going to be the thing where it says 5% for a 3-star or a character unit. And let's go ahead and use our SSR ticket right here. This is the SR ticket. There we go. Because you get that for free in the mailsies. You hit OKs. And then here's going to be the animation for the SSR. It's going to do the blues. And then it does like the rainbows. And then you get like the rainbow card that looks like this. Like I said, very similar to something like the way FGO would present its characters and stuff, right? So right here, this is gonna be the things that we get. I don't think that's a character. If it gives us a character, it'll give us like, the extra screen and stuff. But yeah, that's going to be the parts of the summons. And in case you guys want like a full look of all the different characters, you can jump into this little book, I believe. And no, it's not the book. Well, you can actually kick the characters' faces right here. And then here's going to be a look at all the different characters, right? In case you're wondering, just sets it to like 1 column, 2 column. There's a bunch of different waifus, people to be at. So let's go to tops. So let's go ahead and jump into the reroll. You click this icon right here, just one more time. This little, I guess, calendar looking thing to the left-hand side. And then you click this bottom area. I believe it's this one. You hit yes. And then you'll be brought to the title screen right here. And then you pretty much click this right-hand corner. You hit this right-hand corner to the top. You hit OK. And then this will re-roll your account. This is deleting all the data for this one. I don't really care since I didn't get an SSR. You'll see alter ID says nothing now. And then now I can jump into the game. A couple more tips. That way you don't have to go through the tutorial. Hit OK on this part. All right, this is the most important part. This screen, you hit OK again because that will skip the tutorials. And there you go. Now you can reroll again. This is a brand new spanking account. I think this is one of the upsides for this game. Hence why a lot of people really like the reroll or give it a somewhat fair rating. And then you can just jump into the mailbox right here after it tells you about the beginner mission stuff. Yeah, ignore that. Go back here. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. And then hit accept and then hit OKs. You get a brand new character and then you can go about your way and do some summons right here, right? We got 5,000. That's plenty to do all the summons that you need to do. Now that you have reroll covered, let's go ahead and look at the characters that we need to reroll for. Here's going to be a look at the strongest characters and why. Ranking per Reserma means ranking per rerolls. And then here's the strongest character, which is the same thing. So here's B rank, here's A ranks. And then here are going to be the actual characters that you want, all right? And you can see Fafnir, Polion, or Apollo, and then Hermes, Zeus, all like the mythology gods. here's gonna be Fafnir, the best character to reroll for. If you're wondering why, it's because he recovers based off of attacking enemies. So he's going to be gaining 1% HP based off of the damage he's given. And then for Apollo right here, the reason why he's so good is he generates arts fast, the little skill gauge that we were talking about earlier. So he's gonna be a pretty cool character. Now that you know which characters to reroll for, Fafnir and Apollyon, let's talk about why people don't like this game a little bit, all right? So if you go into Force right here, you click the characters. We talked about the upgrade system, how you have to farm for this and you can't level up through story. I don't think that's the bad part. I think the part that gets me a little irksome is the skills. In order to unlock more skills, you need shards, all right? You need dupes of characters. You need to summon for other characters. And when you're summoning for the stuff in the games, well, you are mixed in with the fact that there's artifacts in here. So that's a little bit cumbersome. In order to unlock more skills within the game, you have to compete with the fact that, you know, there's other things that you can summon for. There's things that can affect your skills, things that can affect the gameplay. Yes, you can limit break. Yes, you can keep going on and through the game. I'm sure it won't be too difficult, especially if you have someone like Fafnir. You can probably get through a lot of bits of the game, right? And yes, we got like an SSR. So this is a good account. They're, you know, lucky like sort of seeds with certain accounts, and maybe this one will get super lucky. But at the end of the day, what really has me like sort of sad is that they have archaic systems tying this game back or holding it back in some ways. I believe this is going to be Loki, so that's our edgelord right there. Let's go ahead and do our summons again. Let's just go ahead and complete it. We have like 2 more left, right? So hopefully we can get an SSR. And we'll do like a little bit of gameplay with Loki just so we can see how he feels. There's no like the super shinies, all right? The super shinies are what I want, the rainbows, okay? Oh, we have like an extra shards right there, so we could probably get that guy even stronger. Let's do one more summons. Let's do the skippies. Skippy. And we got the buff dudes. And let's see, what did we end up with? No, just golds. Okay, and let's go ahead and jump out. Go ahead and configure our parties right here. Include all the different characters that we want to use. No, I'm not, you know, keeping this account, but at the same time, I have to say, I really do like the gameplay. I like the way it presents itself for some odd reason. There's just something about like this game, and I just want to really play it because the art style for me, I like it. The way the gameplay flows, it's a little bit weird, but at the same time, I can get used to it if I continue to play with mouse and keyboard, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Loki. And this is semi running you through the tutorial by showing like, hey, these are the things that you click through the game. But to be honest, I just want to see how these characters perform, the way they sort of look, their jumping attacks, their specials, and whatnot. All right, Loki, show me what you got, dude. I want to see that edgelord sort of power. We're not going to hit the enemies, so we're going to do, ooh, okay, you styling on them. Nice. And then let's do the waifus. She has like the big axe. She still feels so good, man. Feels amazing. All right, how about her? Yeah? Oh, I like that. You have like the little musical notes. Reminds me of something like the Esper characters in Genshin, or like the caster Orbi characters, right? Got the little oh, nice pull right there. Oh yeah, I like this a lot. Like the other characters, they just feel a lot better, which of course they're more premium characters, so they better feel good. Loki, style on him, very magnificent right there. So as far as the gameplay goes, I like it. There's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't like this game and why people are giving it a bad review. Monetization, VPN lock, you know, dupe system, that might be a thing. Gameplay or the way the controls work, it might not be for everyone. But yeah, I think it's an okay game. Hopefully it gets global one day, but it not doing great in JP doesn't really leave me with much else to say. That's gonna be N Innocence for you. If you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 35,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day. And before you go, there's a couple more things. I do have a Google spreadsheets that shows you, you know, the VPN client in case you're like, oh, how do I play this game and get more into it? And then I show you like which server to pick. You select like a Japan one, and then I go through like more of a detailed version of the rerolls. Because you made it this far, I guess you get some extra informations, and you can see I also translated this into English because, as you know, BlueStacks does the translations within the game, so you can totally translate stuff. And just so you guys can see it really quick, you can see it does the little translates. That is going to be N Innocence. Thanks so much, and see y'all.